Did I destroy my life? People told me that repeatedly. I left my dream, yet miserably unhealthy job, in an effort to simplify and slow down my life, to have an overall more enjoyable existence, to be honest. Do you think I ruined my life?
Yeah, your life is pretty much destroyed.
My first inkling that I needed to make a change came with a feeling of doubting the point of what I was doing with my life. So much of my resources, time, energy, and health dedicated to making money for a future point in time where I can finally relax and enjoy. My viewpoint of money and time started to shift significantly in a way that I wanted to enjoy life now, not later. When you are in a position that you are debating to quit your job and your stable income to pursue a different way of life, you are faced with two choices. Stick with what you know, stability, money, your comfort zone, or go in a different direction, financial limbo, no more comfort zone, and overall discomfort. Of course, you're going to be fearful to make that choice to go for something different. But sometimes it's worth it to do things even when you are fearful. It certainly was for me. For most people, walking away from a high-paying career without a clear plan is considered to be really, really stupid. And to be honest, it makes sense to think that. There's a lot to be said for having stability and being comfortable. And then there's also that sunken cost fallacy, right? Where you've spent so much time and money to reach a certain milestone in your career and then you're throwing it all away. And I really understand that, but for me personally, I think that the investments in time and money that I made at that time were really meaningful in that season of life. In this season of life, I'm prioritizing something different, something that's not a career, that's not any social status of some sort. I am just prioritizing living my life in a comfortable way. It was a really nice day when I walked into the park, but now it's getting darker, I can hear thunder, and I do have my film photography camera with me to shoot some stuff, so I'd better go walk around before it starts raining, see if I can get some nice photos, and yeah. I hope I don't get rained on because my backpack is not waterproof, and this thing definitely can't stand getting wet. This park is only a 15-minute drive from my home, and 9 months ago is the first time that I came here. Even though we've lived here for about 3 years already, I quit my job 9 months ago, and then finally I felt that I had enough time to come visit here. I've always loved photography, but totally abandoned the camera 9 months ago when I quit my job. I finally picked up a camera again and I loved it. So there's a theme here. 9 months ago, when I quit my job, I finally started doing the things I really love.
Dang it! Too late. It's really coming down. I hope it's not gonna get any worse, that it blows over real quick. Oh, of course. But I want to go to the park. Of course. There is a duck with 4 or 5 baby duckies out there. It stopped raining. And I have my camera with me, 135 millimeter lens. I have not used this lens yet, and I'm going to try and catch some photos. Oh, the little baby duckies, they're so cute! Look, if there's people around you that are saying that you will destroy your life if you quit your job, they are catastrophizing in a major way. I quit my job 9 months ago and the world did not stop turning. I'm still alive. My family is still good.
If you want to quit your job, I know you're not doing that willy-nilly. You have some good reasons to make such a big leap of faith. Maybe you are in a job where there are some seriously toxic people around that do not want to see you grow. Maybe you're working for an organization that the way they're doing business, it does not align with your values. Or maybe you just want to go into a completely different direction. Maybe you want to pursue some creativity and do creative things instead of whatever your 9 to 5 in a cubicle in a gray office has to offer you right now. Whatever the reason is that you want to do something completely different, I know these are valid reasons that you have, that you want to make a change in your life, and that doesn't mean that you are going to destroy your life in doing so. And I know you're a responsible person. You realize that the decision that you're not making that decision in a vacuum. You have people that may depend on you, you have family members that may depend on you, and you're making sure that they're not going to go hungry. You're making sure that you have enough money saved up to do this. You make sure that, yes, there will be financial instability, you know that, but it's not that unstable that you won't have a roof over your head and you can't provide for the people that depend on you. All of this to say that the biggest reason that you're likely not taking that step, that you're not taking that leap of faith, the biggest reason for that is fear. Fear of the unknown. Uncertainty is just super unpleasant. And I know that from experience because that's the biggest reason that kept me from making that big step for a long time. But there's also one other thing that I am certain of, and I am certain that you are a capable person, and that if you take a year or maybe 2 years, 3 years off of a job that you're doing right now, you're not going to turn unemployable all of a sudden. See this as your adult gap year. I myself, after my university experience, I didn't take any time off. I went straight into a job. And then I wanted to change careers, and then I went straight into that second career that I wanted to have. So I never had an actual break. Maybe you just need a little bit of a break, like I do. Take that year, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to figure out what you really want to do. Because maybe, like me, you don't have an actual plan B. And take that time to figure it out. And then evaluate how it's going every 6 months and be honest with yourself on if it's actually going well. If not, if you feel like you need an additional source of income, then there is no shame in taking a part-time job. Find something that you can do so that you can still pursue those ideals that you're after. And then take another 6 months to then assess how it's going. And if you still feel like you are not making enough money, then maybe, just maybe, you're going to have to find another full-time job. And that can be the exact same job that you did before. Well, maybe not the exact same job. I don't know how many bridges you may have burned in that process. I definitely burnt a few bridges. But I'm sure that I can still get a job in my previous profession or pivot and do something different. You don't have to do the same thing, but I'm sure that you can find some type of employment again. And I don't want to be insensitive to all those people that have been posting on social media as well as here on YouTube that they can't find a job. But I do believe that where there's a will, there's a way. Look, I'm an aerospace engineer, but if I do need another job and in 6 months from now or 15 months from now, I decide that this is not working out and I need a part-time job, I'm not above it. I will be a barista at a coffee shop, or I will go work at a supermarket if that's what is going to give me that little bit of income that I need in order to keep pursuing my ideals, and that's just what I'm gonna do. In any case, I wanted to make this video to encourage anybody out there that is fearful of taking that big leap of faith and quitting their job and pursuing something completely different, whether that's creative or not, something that they really want to do in their hearts because maybe the job that they're in right now is sucking the life out of them. I want to be the person to encourage you to do so and to let you know that those people that say that you might destroy your life are completely wrong. I know that you're capable, you just have to believe in yourself, and you just need to make a plan so that you are going into this quitting your job thing with your eyes wide open, with knowing what the possibilities are, and ask for help if you need it, right? There might be people out there that can help you in your new pursuits and that can help you with whatever that uncertainty is and that fear that is holding you back. We're only here for a limited amount of time, and I just want to encourage you to think about how you're spending your time now, and think about how you might be able to spend your time a little bit more meaningful. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Only 20% of people that watch my videos make it all the way to this point in the video. So if you're still here, you are definitely my people. I would be honored if you'd like to subscribe and join me another time here on this little corner of the internet, and see you in another video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Be safe out there. Pet a furry friend if you have one, and I'll see you in the next video.